during an encounter, 8 terrorists have been killed in 2 separate operations by security forces in Shopian and Pampore area of Jammu and Kashmir. Both operations were launched yesterday morning after specific information about the presence of terrorists. Police and army say while 5 militants were killed in Shopian, 3 were killed in Pampore. Police said during encounter in Pampore, terrorists had escaped from a residential house and took shelter in a mosque. Police also said that they only used tear smoke shells and neutralized hold-up militants and avoided use of IED and firing to prevent any damage to mosque. For more on this, let's go across to NDTV's Nazir Masoodi in Srinagar. Nazir, what exactly happened? The information that we're getting about the terrorists being holed up in the mosque, but the police managing and the security forces managing to get to them without damaging.
Well, Anjali, first, 8 militants killed in last 24 hours in 2 separate operations in Shopian and Pampore, which is again in South Kashmir. And this has been the part of a series of operations and an offensive against militants, particularly in South Kashmir. And in last 2 weeks, more than 24 militants have been killed. But what is the very interesting and one of the rarest of rare operations in Pampore? While yesterday, police received information about presence of 3 militants in a residential house which was adjacent to a mosque. Army, CRPF and Jammu and Kashmir police launched a joint operation. 1 militant was killed in instant firing and then 2 others escaped and took shelter in a mosque. So then there was a catch-22 situation, religious sentiments are attached and it was not that they were using that a hideout, it was just during the encounter they took shelter in a mosque. So according to police, they say they exercised restraint, they exhibited patience, and they didn't use IEDs or firing, which they normally use while targeting the houses where militants are hiding or they use their shelter. So when they destroy the target houses. In this operation, they only use tear smoke shells. And both the militants were killed this morning by using tear smoke shell. And it is rarest of the rare operation, and police are saying that people of the area, they have appreciated the role of police, their patience, and they have thanked police that they have not caused damage to the mosque and they have maintained sanctity of the religious place. That is what police are saying. But this is also interesting. This shows these local militants who are swayed by emotion or misguided. But people are not trained. Number 2, they don't have they can't know how to use weapons, and some of them are even without weapons. At times we see some have pistols, some something, though many have the AK-47 rifles, but they can't actually, they are not worth fight for the highly trained security force, police or the army. So they can be even killed by using the tear smoke shells. Then there was another operation in Shopian, where 5 militants were hiding. After 24-hour-long encounter or operation, all the 5 militants have been killed. According to police and the army, there was no collateral damage. So there has been no injury on part of security force or killing. So this is part of the series of operations. According to Inspector General of Kashmir Police, Mr. Vijay Kumar, they have killed 100 militants this year. This is a huge militant, but most of them are local militants, and real challenge actually comes from those who infiltrate from Pakistan or Pakistani militants who are highly trained, who have in fact last month inflicted heavy casualties on the security forces. So while it is seen as a success for the security forces, but real challenge comes from those who infiltrate from Pakistan.